You can't really teach someone to be a lowrider. You just live and breathe it. A lot of people associate lowriders with the car hoppers, which is what you see on TV or at a car show. You know, all these cars who get high off the ground. And there's the cars like mine. We just cruise low to the ground. I like to cruise low and slow. My name is Ruby Ramírez, and I'm also known as Chingona. I'm a part of the Califas Car Club and the San Francisco Lowrider Council, and I'm just a girl who loves to lowride. A lot of people get really surprised, like, this is your car? People think the car is my husband's. No, it's my car. I wanted my car to say, I'm a badass bitch. So my car is a 1950 Chevy Fleetline. Originally it was all blue, it just wasn't me. I just drew what I wanted down on paper and laid down some patterns, and with everyone's help, we got my vision from paper to the streets. And now it's cruising everywhere. In the lowrider community, there are very few women. There's clubs that don't allow females, and it sucks. There's some female car clubs out there. I myself don't want to be in an all-female car club because I want to show that we can be with the big boys too. We shouldn't separate ourselves because we're already separated. They have categories that are female only. And why? Why can't we be right there with the guys? Why can't we compete with the guys? I've heard a lot of people, oh, I've seen you and you're an inspiration, so that's pretty cool. I wish every woman could get behind a wheel and experience cruising a lowrider. There's a lot of women out there that want to be a part of this, and either they don't know how or they just don't have someone to give them a kick. So hopefully they see me and we can continue to bring this into the future.
You don't buy a DeLorean unless you want attention. Like, you don't want to be out in a DeLorean if you're having a bad day because everybody's honking at you and giving you thumbs up. It's almost like a happiness mobile. Even with like 20 other DeLoreans parked around, like, what is the story with this one? First time I saw a DeLorean was in a science museum, I want to say in 1983. And they had a brand new DeLorean, the car of the future, parked in the lobby of the Science Museum. It became my dream car, and I always wanted to own one. But it always seemed like wanting to own, Magnum PI's Ferrari or the van from the A-Team, like something impossible that would never happen. I wrote this novel, Ready Player One. The protagonist is kind of obsessed with 80s pop culture, and he loves Doc Brown's Time Machine, but he decides to take Doc Brown's Time Machine and then mash in 3 more of his favorite 80s super vehicles. The Ghostbusters, Ectomobile, Ecto-1, Kit from Knight Rider, and then Buckaroo Banzai's jet car. So it has both a flux capacitor for traveling through time and an oscillation overthruster for traveling through solid matter. I never imagined that I would finish the book, or that I would be able to sell it, or that it would become a movie, but all those things happened. And once I sold the movie rights, then I realized I could actually buy a DeLorean finally and then recreate the DeLorean from the book. It makes me a lot more interesting at my book signings when I pull up in a time machine and it's like a traveling 80s museum.
This is my iPad that I use to control my time circuits. This operates the flux capacitor, but mostly it's just fun, like at the stoplight. I just pretend that I'm dropping oil like Spy Hunter. And then I also have Kit.
A little consideration would be a beginning.
And my light bar. When I need to clear traffic, because I need to get to, the site of a job and bust a class 5 full roaming vapor, I can't be sitting in traffic.
I love people who love the things they love so passionately that it's just not enough for them to talk about it. It has to manifest itself in their lives some way. They have to build their own time machine, or they have to cosplay, their favorite character. I'm that kind of person, and so the car is a way for me to do that.